Explosiones. And without further ado, here we go.
Little single tour. The tour is funny AF. Yeah, I mean, like, again, I can't speak Japanese, so I'm not gonna be able to tell you what they're saying. But I certainly can pick apart things just based off context. So let's take a look.
I love the little 同じ日本語も同じだと思うよ OK OK I love the translation. It says part of little single tour. The tour is funny. Dang. the transcript already telling you it's gonna be funny. Has he started yet?
There.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, they just released this today. It's a recruitment, like, hiring video.
Funny AF. I mean, I like again.
Turn that down just a tad.
I can't speak Japanese. Oh, it's delayed. That's what it is. I was just like, what the balls is happening?
Like our first look really into their offices.
The transcript up top is so delayed that I'm having a hard time.
Still hiring? It's been 2 years? Oh, they've been hiring longer than that.
What does he think about this whole shebang?
The chat, you can also get foes if you go there, and hand sanitizer.
I'm gonna be watching and eating, so enjoy yourselves.
I do like that they have, like, the cinematics playing.
Where am I? I'm gonna make myself big for this, just a little bit.
And I'm sure this is just like the front, like, reception area. But it, like, low-key makes me think they just made that, not for the game, but for the reception area.
It is. You're not wrong.
It looks like this is their merch and other stuff that they like to show off. Like collectibles and such.
Ah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know about the rare item. Not like this. Yeah, this is the flex room, the reception, the entrance area.
Oh, you have a Sony card deck and poker chips, but not an actual Fate Grand Order card deck and poker chips.
So if you don't, so give you a context. Khadroth doesn't have lick of what she is saying, right? Because I translate it for you guys. You guys know what's happening during, you know, the whole shebang. He's watching this without a translator, without knowing what the hell is going on, and he specifically says he's gonna talk about it just on his point of view, just by looking at it.
I'm gonna guess this is posters of stuff that the other people have worked on.
Yes, pretty much. I mean, he gets it on the nose, so. It is what it is.
This is the from Annie 7 Chaldea wall that they had signed.
Is it 7? I thought it was 6. I guess Park is 7. No, Park is 6 because 22 is yeah, 22 is quote unquote 7th year. So wait, Khadroth Park is Khadroth Park 2023?
Basically came up. Drew stuff.
I can't remember.
7 Chaldea wall that they had signed. People basically came up, drew stuff, and signed it.
I guess 2022 is 7th year.
I like how she's like a lot more whispering because people are probably actually working in here. Chat.
Oh, did he notice? Did he notice that I...
Okay, so just to show this off, right? You can see people are working in the background, and then from over here you see what appears to be like a break room or something, right?
Yes, it is a break room.
And then you see the average Japanese worker in his natural habitat.
No, don't talk shit about that.
Half dead, strung out on caffeine. Their happiest program, like, this is an awful advertisement.
I agree with that.
Oh my god, this does not make me want to work here. And, like, do I actually think he looks that bad? No, not really. But, like, yeah, it is literally the Khad suffer emote.
Look at all these merch!
So they have like figures of their own and acrylics and looks like plushies. Yeah, they have the cons. You guys will see them in the Sea Monster Crisis. People are gonna love those. Oh, what's that? What's that? What's that? I see a Neko MHX. Oh, interesting. They have some of these that I actually have, and I have some that they don't have, which is interesting.
Really? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Oh.
Yeah, there's the material books that they're proudly displaying. I'm
Flexing.
sure people go up to those and open them and read them for when they need to remember what they said about a character.
I said the same thing.
It's probably just on display.
I don't think they ever will touch it, right? Like, I think it's just there for display. I am hoping that they do the same shit where they're just like, what happens to XYZ character? They go to the material book, but I highly doubt it. I think it's in the PDF file.
Oh, yo, I need this up here in the top left.
I think that's Alcrid. I believe he pointed out, he said, I need this, which should be the Alcrid in her crown, in her princess with scepter uniform. I think he's mistaken that for Saber? I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's Alcrid. We'll look back in our video. I'm pretty sure that's Alcrid. Because Alcrid has red eyes.
There you go. There's Saber figurine right there. I like, you know, part of me wonders, did they actually like clean the office and put this stuff up so that they could do the tour? Or does the office actually always look this way?
That's actually a smart question. But I was on an assumption where, whatchamacallit, it was just caught. The way it is now, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's blonde hair waifus, can't distinguish between them all. Ah, but a true fan should.
The tomes of Nasu's bullshit, yes. Here's the actual cubicles. Wow, look how empty they are. I'm sure this is like being done on a weekend or something too. They would not do it while it's like super busy.
He's so kind, right? Because he doesn't read the fucking or understand, so he's assuming that this was taken on the weekends. It's actually a smart thought process. I would never have thought of that. Because if you read it, they specifically says 90% of the employees regularly just don't exist.
But I'm gonna guess this is also potentially for like mobile workers. And the reason I say that is because, as you see, some of them have monitors at them. Others just sort of have the plugs indicating that there's no monitor, which probably means the person can come in, sit down, and plop a laptop down. Or maybe it's just not assigned to anyone because they haven't filled it out, right? I'm also going to point out something hilarious right now. Why is there a rack of clothes back here? This makes me feel like this is a bunch of shirts that they throw on before they go on a live stream. Like, or to help them like change at the office. I'm not sure which. Maybe they'll take us closer at some point.
You thought they didn't even get close to that shirt. He thought we were able to get to know the t-shirts.
Sign of crunch, yeah.
Poor man.
No, chat. That's a sign of crunch. Work or we kill you. What? Oh man.
I don't know about that, but I mean, you can interpret it that way, I suppose. So, hold up. There's an orange baggie. Is that liquor down there? What is that? Like right here. What is that? I sense liquor. But anywho.
Yeah, so they have like soundproof booths. I guess if you want to like go in there and
maybe it's extremely sweaty in summer because they're saving costs for not using AC. That could be a possibility for sure. I can agree with that. I think they're just there. I think for like if you need a white collared shirt or if you need a quote unquote modern shirt, I think everybody puts like a pair out there just in case, right? So they can do the remote work meetings or because they clearly didn't show you the left side,
or maybe it's just
right.
not...
If you haven't noticed, the left side.
I'm sure this.
Yeah, after they show you the creative room, the left
here's
side
the
of the video
actual
clearly
cubicle.
states that there's another meeting
Wow,
slash
look how-
boardroom, right? Because Khad talks about how empty the cubicle is and the places, but you can clearly see right here, right around this side, there's also a additional meeting room that they're clearly not showing. So, I'm pretty sure that is just for people who need extra clothing to look a little fancier or just extra clothes because it's hot as shit. It's understandable.
But I'm gonna guess this is also potentially for like
Well,
mobile.
we're gonna go back to where
Why
it was.
is there a office? I'm not. Sometimes you have to there and like if you don't want to bother other people. They have these things at like libraries and stuff. Holy crap, though, that is a tight squeeze. You better not be overweight.
That's
Did you just
true.
make the
That is a good thing to notice. Big Americans cannot fit in that because it is such a tight fit. Time to live the office. Burning, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty sure they do live in the fucking office during crunch times. I won't be surprised. Maybe the place is smaller than we see. No, I think it's a little bigger.
You don't get to go home. Yeah.
But look, there she's about to go side to side. So like you're about to see a camera
It's
pan.
just the panic room, chat. That's all it is.
It's a panic room.
If you know me, you know exactly what I'm going to say about this. I'm not going to say that they can't have fun stuff in their office. But
Is that for like random Zoom meetings or something?
I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah. So essentially that small little booth, right, is a location where people can remotely have a conference. Or if they don't want to bother anybody or they don't want to be bothered, right, unless needed. Like, it's a soundproof room. Like Kat said before, there is some in library. It's just like your solitary room where you kind of have a bit to yourself so you can concentrate on your work without any, like background noise, distraction, XYZ.
or not see someone playing on the machine. One, in the video, and two, like, when they need to be hiring more people type of situation. No wonder nothing gets done. Yeah. This is why I said, like, this was going to be embarrassing for them, and I knew it. But he may be testing, right? So for all you know, he's the arcade tester. Okay, hold on.
Here it comes.
I
Here
have
it
to
comes.
point this out because look what's playing in the background. It's also the Hana Hope stuff, and it is on everything. Like, it's even up on this one as well. This shit was just on just for the video. Guarantee you, if this is their break room, they have like a sports game on or the news or some other shit. It's not this.
I agree with that. I agree with
Right?
that.
This looks like their cafeteria.
I feel like they should have another thing other than arcade. They do. If you check the VOD there, it's not just FGO Arcade. They just focused on FGO Arcade. Because you can definitely see other arcades. There's you're gonna see it in another perspective after you go to the actual barista place. There's 2 arcade session on the right. There's 2 in there, and then there's another 2 in the back, and then there's another 2 further than that. So there's in total 8 different arcade games in this arcade room. So it's not just FGO. It's just there's 3 FGO arcades in the thing.
Even up on just for the video. Guarantee you. Right, this looks like their cafeteria.
How do you like the refreshing table? It's so clean, so so cute, and so empty. You got some video games, bro. Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
What do you think? Famicom?
She did say it's like a game studio or something. I could hear her say it. Aha! Aha! I have that one.
I think that's the Lartoria one.
Okay, so he's playing Melty Blood. He's sitting uncomfortably close to the screen. Oh, hold on. Hold on, chat. Take me closer. What have we got? I can't quite see it. Ah, Final Fantasy. And then I think that's X2 right there. No wonder, though. I believe these are all PS4 games. So, no wonder they keep producing everything for PlayStation 4. They don't have a PlayStation... No, wait, that is a PlayStation 5. Now I'm just confused. Why do you make everything for the PlayStation 4?
I mean, I have no clue what he's talking about right here. I can't see shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty sure Khad had it on 1080p too. And you see I tried. I didn't even fucking try. I just said, oh, look, this is PlayStation games. I am just automatically assuming all the games are PlayStation 4 because I'm not going to lie to you. There's no new game for PlayStation 5. From what I remember, there is no exclusive PlayStation 5 games, right? There's technically an exclusive PlayStation game, right? But there's no exclusive to PlayStation 5 games that I know of. Because they all were technically early access, right? Final 16 is isn't Final Fantasy 16 early access? I thought they were gonna put Final Fantasy 16 later in the yeah, I think Final Fantasy 16 comes out onto PC and Xbox later down the line. So it's not exclusive, it's just a early contract. 久しぶりに PS2 のプレステ2のメルブラやりて、そうだよね。で、なんていうの、トイレで集まってトーナメントする。Back in the day. You know, あの日みたいな。Currently, I'm talking about that they're not on PC. You are quite correct, Bernie, but it's not exclusive. That's my point, right? PlayStation 5s, as that I know, do not have a exclusivity to a game anymore, right? Because Xbox is a PC Xbox only. It's not, I don't think it's in PlayStation. It might be. I might be wrong on that. But at this very moment, PlayStation 5 does not have anything exclusive that I know of. And we already confirmed that Final Fantasy 16 is early access, aka early contract to PlayStation. It'll probably move to 16 into Steam and other places later. The only thing that we currently know is Bloodborne, right? Who uses Xboxes these days? You're also correct, right? Like, now you don't ever need to use Xbox because now you can do anything with PC with Xbox Game Pass. So Xbox is fucking completely obsolete. Ironically, right? Ironically, if Xbox works on a Xbox / Microsoft Switch, it's gonna pop the fuck off. You get what I'm talking about? Like, if Xbox has a tiniest brain in their world, they should focus on the Switch and says, hey, we should make a upgraded version of the Switch. It's powerful as the Xbox, Xbox Slim or the newest Xbox, right? And put that shit in the handheld console, but smaller than the Steam Deck. Because if they do that, holy shit, it's gonna be big dick, right? Will Nintendo even ever run shit on though? Well, see, here's the thing, Stresh. You're not getting the point. I'm talking about exclusive to Xbox. So they're not gonna be running shit like Nintendo games. It's going to be Xbox exclusive stuff and everything in the Xbox Pass. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the Xbox should go for the Switch route. Now that Xbox is literally out of the competition since God knows when, they should just hop in and double down saying, yeah, Xbox is no longer console. They're now a fucking handheld like Switch. So you can play your games outside of the realm, not connected to your home, but you can play your high definition games in high quality with decent Wi-Fi to play these games. And you don't have to have a physical copy because most of them can be downloaded through digital by using Xbox Pass. It would be a big problem, big dick. The problem will be always exclusivity. But Nintendo has a Switch and PC, and PC has a Switch, Steam Deck. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, right? I'm going to tell you right now, Steam Deck is not PC. Steam Deck is for Steam. You get what I mean? So Xbox, who is technically now owned by Microsoft, can definitely come up with a Switch/Steam, right, deck that would come out and says, hey, all your fucking Xbox and all your Xbox Play Pass can be played in this portable console, right? And then boom, who gives a fuck, right? If you want to play Steam stuff, buy the Steam Deck, right? If you prioritize Steam over Xbox/Microsoft, get a Steam Deck. That's all there's to it, right? But I think Xbox should get a console and said, hey, you want to play Xbox and Game Pass shit? Yeah. If you were subscribed to, the shitty part is that you can't get any physical copies, right? Because then you have to do a PSP style, which is going to be bullshit all over again. So it's all going to be digital. So you have to bear it like Nintendo. Where it's either going to be a Nintendo cartridge style, which is gonna, have its own problems in that way. So it'll probably be like, yeah, there's not gonna be any physical copy availability, all digital, but they've already able to do that, Microsoft and Xbox, so it's just easy. All right, we're gonna go back. We're gonna finish this video and then we'll talk about again. Sorry.
Steam Deck.
It's PSP, but it's Xbox, but better.
Steam Deck?
Yes.
Is it? I actually don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's
that
Steam
like
Deck.
a PS Vita or something.
フラットをプレイしております。はい、ソフトもですね、メジャーなものを様々取り揃えてあるので、
This is gonna be weird just having like some lady walk up and talk to you. Hold on, chat. What's that? That's a laptop. He's hiding it down at his feet. It's just sitting down there.
Good catch, Khad. Good catch. I too saw that. Are you not gonna comment on the plushie, bro? What? You're missing out on Betebeer, Mordred, Taiga, Nitocris, Ozymandias, brother.
Oh, so they have like a tatami viewing place where they can watch movies. They probably interrupted this like their movie watching session or made them go sit there and watch it. Look how
it's very funny that he thinks that these people got their things interrupted, or I genuinely think these two people was just straight up told, hey, sit there for like an hour for me while we take this video. And that's, you can leave for the day afterwards.
how intently like both of them are watching. Almost like they've never
こ
seen
ち
it
らには
before.
ですね、カフェが併設してあります。ランチボッ
Oh,
クスや
okay. They have their own
サンドイッ
coffee
チなどを
bar.
販売しています。どれもとって
Is
も
he gonna notice the alcohol in the
Wait a
back?
minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's
Which one
Saber.
is
What's it
that?
called? Saber swimsuit. 5 million years ago.
では私もコーヒーをいただいちゃいます。いつもお決まり。では私もコーヒー
Well, I can't read Japanese, unfortunately. I do like this, though. It's like everything's in Japanese, but this week's menu isn't. Also, today's lunch is.
コーヒーをいただいちゃいます。いつもお決まりのハニーラテです。お願いします。はい、ありがとうございます。いただきます。
No comment on the barista, Khad?
coffee.
What?
Sweet.
美味しいです。
Bruh. What? You don't comment on the block? You comment on the figure, but you don't comment on the girl? What? Bruh. What is wrong? Is your eye not functioning? You comment. He comments on this.
Or.
He comments on the tiniest figure to the
Wait
left.
a minute. Wait a
He sees this shit,
minute. Which one is that?
but doesn't see this shit? Brother. It's a blonde girl.
お願いします。はい、ありがとうございます。いただきます。
He fell off.
Free coffee. Sweet.
美味しいです。
Come on, bruh. フィギュアとぬいぐるみにしか反応してないやん。Yes. He's only reacted to figures and plushies.
と呼ばれていまして、従業員がランチタイムに仲良く
Say it.
ご飯を食べたり、
Say it, they're fake. Those fuckers are staged.
会社のイベントだったりとか、そういったものもですね、ここ
Okay,
で。
so I think they're showing some of the games. Or sorry, some of the like events they host in studio.
いかがでしたでしょうか。少しでも当社に興味を持っていただけたら。
He doesn't notice the people vanished behind them.
セングルでは世界中の人々にまだ見ぬドキドキを届けるため、一緒にゲーム作りをしています。大募集中です。
Made altar right in front of his face and he misses it. True, true. He did miss made altar. That is for certain.
ではまた次回をお楽しみに。ご視聴ありがとうございました。さようなら。
Don't do that. I'm oh my god.
Ipana.
I can't take it seriously when she does that right at the end.
後ろ安心するわ。
I think in summary, the big thing that I can say, like I heard some people say this,
彼は素晴らしい。
earlier in the day. Like again, this is my first time watching it.
I mean,
but,
the time lapse too.
that
I get it. Yeah, I get it. It's time lapse, and like I said, he's gonna talk about it.
thought that this looked a lot bigger than they realized. I'm not surprised it's this big. I'm not surprised that they have this robust of an office. Remember, guys, they moved offices as they became La Single, so they probably went to a much better, more robust place. Did Troubs translate this? I don't know. I have to ask him. But
I did, and I'm now commenting on your video.
all I'm gonna say is, at the end of the day, that none of this is surprising to me. Other than it's wild to see just how many amenities they have. This reminds me of some of the like perks that you see for like working for like Google and Amazon and crap
Say Twitter.
like that. Like the only thing I didn't see here was like they don't have like a gym or something like that.
He should have said Twitter, because remember, I don't know if you guys remember, somebody, before they got fired, right? They posted a tour of what Twitter workplace was like. Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen the workplaces of Twitter? We're going to get back to that if you guys haven't seen it. We'll show you a little bit. Yeah, there's a specific place where a girl, I don't know if it's still on YouTube, but it was called Twitter Workspace. Yeah, I think it was like Workday or whatever. It was like a short, it was like a TikTok short or I don't know where it was. Yeah, I think it was a TikTok short where they just kind of fucking showed what you do during Twitter, and that shit. That shit like popped off. Oh, I think it's this one. I think it was posted like a year ago. Yeah, I think it is this one.
Welcome to a day in my life as a Twitter employee.
So this person, I don't know why, decided to throw a video out and said, "Hey, this is how it feels to work on Twitter. This is how it feels to work
this
on
past
Twitter."
week went to SF for the first time at a
And says that for the past week, I set foot on the Twitter studio for the first
Twitter
time.
office,
That's wild.
badged in. Honestly, took a moment to just soak everything in. What a blessing. Also started my morning off with an iced matcha from the person.
Ice matcha. I'm pretty sure Elon probably fired her ass. I'm pretty sure she's gone.
Then I had a meeting, so
F market. What is an F market?
quickly scheduled one of these
Available today.
little pod rooms, which were so cool. They're literally noise canceling. Took my meeting, got ready for lunch.
Yo, look at that. They fucking have this shit on Twitter Office. They got the whole chef
Look
and the
how delicious
shebang.
this
God
food
damn.
looks. Oh
A
my
fucking
goodness, I was
delicious
so
ass mess
overwhelmed.
hall.
Then made my way down to this log cabin area. I don't know what this is, but
I was like, I don't know what this is, but this is a log cabin
it
area.
was really cool. Played some foosball with my friends to kind of unwind a bit. Also found this really cool meditation room that I thought was super
Are you sure this is a meditation room? Are you sure about that?
neat.
Okay,
I
it
didn't
is.
do any yoga, but they have this yoga room if you are a yogi, so also got that.
You're like a yogi.
It was really cool. Had a couple more meetings in the afternoon, had a ton of projects that we needed to knock out. Say hi to my teammates. Went to the library to kind of get some more work done.
God damn!
Had to have our afternoon coffee.
What the
so
hell?
made some espresso. And then before leaving for the day, had some red wine that's
Had some red
on
wine.
tap. Went up to
On the
rooftop
tap, god
and just
damn.
honestly enjoyed the beautiful weather. So awesome trip.
TikTok getting fired. Kick W. But you see how it is, right? Like, the same thing happened. It's the same thing. Like, the bigger the place, the fancier it is. それどこ1、2年前、インスタグラムの人が、ツイッター、今X で、仕事のところを、レコードしたんですよ。1日どんな仕事とかやり方したって。で、それが、今のツイッターかわからないけど、1年半前の、ツイッターのオフィスだった。
But yeah, I mean, they've got free coffee, they've got a cafeteria, you can go play video games or watch. Like, the only thing I didn't see here was like they don't have like a gym or something like that. But yeah, I mean, they've got free coffee, they've got a cafeteria.
He says it's free coffee. I highly doubt it's free coffee. Because if you check the barista girl, she clearly had a cash register and a money, quote unquote, place you tap your credit card and shit. So I'm pretty sure it's not free there. I think to appease the viewers of that place, A, I'm pretty sure that coffee was preloaded, and B, it's to make it so that she interacted with the barista.
You can go play video games or watch movies or whatever. Like you have private sound booths, you have cubicles that you can, work from home or come into the office to work at. None of that's surprising to me too much, other than like, yeah, it seems like they have more amenities than I thought. I think what's wild is this looks like an amazing place to work at. And I'm dead serious, right, chat? I'm an accountant. I work in an office. We have a back room that serves as our kitchen.
Nice.
That's
Just give them your employee ID, and I'm sure they'll be happy to take money directly out of your paycheck. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. You'll get it for free, but, your paycheck might be a little low, like, couple bucks.
Like we don't have all of these sorts of amenities. So I don't know what else like they have in terms of competition, what other game studios out there in Japan are doing, but this still seems pretty good. So if they still can't hire, even after showing this off, it's another problem. Right?
It's
and
another.
we kind of know that already. The problems that we've seen alleged are it's their reputation.
A rap.
It's basically potentially money is an issue that they're not hiring competitively, or it's just simply that's right, chat body no burnout. Okay?
Body.
That they are working people too hard. I don't know. It may be some combination of all of these that
I think it'll definitely be like not it's not the money. But CAD specifically states it's the money that they're willing to pay, right? It's not the quote unquote the money that the company gets. He's specifically talking about the money that they're willing to hire at a base minimum, right? Might be the shittier problem. And reputation, I ain't gonna lie to you, changing from DW to Lasengle, it's a decision. Simultaneously, it's like Facebook moving to fucking Meta, right? Because if you don't know, DW did some dumb, shitty, shady shit already, Kengo Sakura, right? I think it was like Sakura Kagura or some Kagura Sakura or some dumb shit like that. That literally drowned a lot of negativity because of how shitty it was performing and it was handled. So their reputation is low-key Facebook slash Meta, right, related bad. So that's 100% be the case. And from what we've read and what I've translated from all the years after years of translation of what's happening during DW and Type Moon area, right? Burnout is 100% a thing. Like, they are fucking crushing people to death. Like, it is a problematic place because Nasu is to an extent a problem with that, because Nasu is kind of guy that says, hey, I want you to do this, this, and this. Oh, while you're working all that, I need you to add another X factor, middle while you're working on the middle of, completion to a said state, which is bullshit, right, in a way, but at the same time, Nasu's trying to do it to make it so that the story and the premise is entertaining, but that just puts more strain on the coders and logistics, right?
the bad reputation means people don't come in. Um, those who do come in anyways take a look at the money and go, nah, this ain't worth it, right? Like this other studio is paying more. And then those who actually do make it through the hiring process and come to work with them, some of them get burnt out and just end up quitting, and they have just higher turnover, and it takes them even longer to get back to where they were. So
I agree with that.
I don't really know what the heck is going on. I just know that there's some kind of problem, and usually the solution to everything that you see here is just this.
And he's not wrong. And yeah, Sakura War was a huge blow of reputation because it was just hot garbage and trash. It actually personally hurt a couple voice actors, like to the point of spookiness. So it is what it is, right? And yeah, it's gonna be all about the money, right? In the end, it's all gonna be all about the money. But I think it's not gonna be all about the money in Lasengo's case. I think the sheer fact of a bad reputation is now making a first break before the money.
All you have to do is keep increasing the amount of money that you pay. You will eventually get good qualified candidates to work for you. So it's kind of wild to me that this game makes as much money as it does. And I'm going to say this flat out. If you're someone that's working for Lasengle, if you're someone that's working for MiHoYo, if you're someone that's working for Kuro Games or something like that, and you see just how much money that game makes, and you start thinking about that, and you start looking at just how underpaid you are and how overworked you are, that eats at you. It has to, right?
Oh, I 100% agree, right? Like, imagine Lasengo is laughing their ass off. MiHoYo is laughing at their ass off. Every new Genshin character, like $2+ million, right? Every new servant, $2+ million. And you're barely fucking getting paid minimum amount of the contract, right? God, that fucking, I bet, just drains on your sanity real quick, right? Staring at it is like, while the company's making like 6 billion profit a year, I'm only barely making maybe 200,000 plus at not even.
Right? Like, so to me, it's kind of wild if they're not paying a competitive salary or above the competition due to just how lucrative.
But what if they give you a free multi with every paycheck? I'm gonna tell you, they're not. 100%. I can almost guarantee you with full confidence they are doing none of that shit.
This studio potentially is.
Knowing Japan.
And, you know, I'm going to say this as I've said it before. It may not be Lasingle's fault. It may be instead like Sony. It may be instead Aniplex. Who knows, right? It could even be Type Moon. But somewhere, somehow, it's getting squeezed. And all I know is that it's negatively impacting Lasingle. And that's the whole reason that we don't have more content getting produced. It's the whole reason that our pacing is just way off. And it is what it is. Like, at this point, I've talked about this numerous times over, but
what if you get a free paid single every paycheck? So what you're telling me, every paycheck, which I assume it's in Japan, it's every month, okay? Assuming Japan's still in the every month sequence and not every 2 weeks or week sequence. Every month, you are getting paid. That means you're getting a free paid single. One paid single out of 30 fucking days, which equivalents to maybe $10, not even. Fuck that. One paid free course is not enough for an incentivization. That's ridiculous.
I don't have a solution for you. I just hope that that they keep doing stuff like this. This is not a bad move. I think yeah, people in the community are gonna criticize this video. They're gonna
100%.
definitely look through. They're gonna take one look at Mr. Programmer guy here, and they're gonna be like, they're gonna set this shit to the guts theme, and they're gonna be like, what working at Lasingle feels like, right? And it is, I think whenever you do this,
he's right? He's fucking right. I can almost guarantee you, like, currently, if you go to the FGO subreddit or Lasengo subreddit or, you know, whatever to make fun of Aniplex, Lasengo, and Sony, you're probably going to see this guy's picture and have, like, memes template on him.
When you're having problems in the game and you're not producing content at a fast enough pace, you're going to get criticism no matter what you do because people just want you to do better. So good on them. Let them do this. Let them make this video, and hopefully it convinces somebody else to work for them that was maybe on the fence. I don't know. But it starts with having enough employees. They cannot fix any of their other issues without having more. So
sure. It's true. Like, imagine, right? Imagine that video that we watched, right? Imagine those cubicles had at least 3 to 4 people, right? Imagine those cubicles, 3 to 4 people at least working in the office, right? That itself gives a more confidential visual boost than fucking entire desolate location of a, like, the workplace is dead, right? It sucked. Like, if you worked at Lasengle, you too will be remote working. Just sheer fact that you go to work, you're gonna be the loneliest man in there.
Hope they get more. I hope this helps. I hope this is a good sign of things to come rather than a bad one. If that makes any sense. Programmer guy looks like he's on his last day of notice. I just find this one particular screenshot funny. It's like it's him fading into the background. I don't feel so good. You're an accountant? I thought you were in business. Yes. You seem very finance and economically savvy. Yeah, that's I'm a CPA, a certified public accountant. I'm the highest tier of accountant really that you can get.
Oh snap!
But
we got some new lore from Khad.
It is, like I said, I don't have the answers for you because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, right? Like,
and we'll never do. And the problem with that is, right, chat, Lasengo, Tight Moon, Aniplex, every single one of their moms is keeping a tight lip on what the hell's going on behind the scenes. Nobody knows because nobody fucking talks about it. And 1000% everybody and their mom signed an NDA, right? NDA, you know what I'm talking about. A obligated contract to not talk about their circumstances outside of public realm.
We know that Sony owns Aniplex. We know that Aniplex technically owns Lasengle, okay? But we don't know, like, is Tight...
See, if instead of instead of Lasengle, if Nasu named it O, right, like Omar or Omnitrix or some dumb shit like that, we could have gotten an anagram of SAO, and then we would know why Lasengle would be struggling, right? Because obviously people are dying because they're stuck on a simulator. Loose lips will always sink ships. That's all there's to it. That is true. That is true.
In some sort of
NDA?
like,
okay, I was right.
Ambiguous relationship with Aniplex. You know, how much do they own Lasengle? And basically, from prior interviews, from what we can tell, it's truly Tight Moon that's controlling Lasengle the most. And I think Aniplex is more your localization and production, is what they're doing. But it's why I said, like, the issue at play here is that regardless of the Sony and Aniplex and Tight Moon situation, then you've got Lasengle down here. Whenever Lasengle makes money, it's going all the way up here, and then that is getting trickled down to the other pieces who want their cut. So the question is, how much makes it to Lasengle in the end? How much gets reinvested in the company? I mean,
I bet you it's minimal, abysmal, and simultaneously, I bet most of the budget in the first 2 years was used in order to obtain that Wrecking Room, right? This entire place, right? The office tour. I genuinely bet that the 2+ years of like bonuses that they could have gotten was just spent buying this office. So they can do this YouTube tour and be like, do you like my shenanigans? It's never enough. It is never enough.
It
right?
definitely looks like they have a nice office. It has some good amenities, so it's not like they're broke. So it really makes me wonder what the heck is going on. Like why can they not hire more people? And, you know, part of the issue too might be that you know, programmer San over here is making like, I don't know, like 70,000 in terms of like wages, but maybe the competitive job is like 70,000, right? And so in order to lure the new candidates in with regards to like their reputation, maybe they need like 80K. And the problem is they can't pay the new hire 80K because programmer San's only earning 70K. And that would constitute having to give him a raise and everybody like him a raise, and maybe they don't want to do that, right? So it's like,
damn, that's just straight up toxic. But he's not wrong, right? It's one of those things that if you hire one, you have to hire all. And if you raise one, you have to raise all. So that's the quite dilemma when it comes to hirings and working with contracts and all that shit.
I just sit there and go like, oh, well, it's an efficiency thing. We're not going to pay people if we don't have to. And I think that's kind of what's going on, is you just have this weird sort of wage gap issue that's causing problems with them and they're not able to do it. But that's theory on my part. I don't know, right? Like that's just what I think is the likely cause of the issue. But you see this in companies all the time where they don't want to pay their existing employees more, and because they don't want to pay their existing employees more, they can't pay the new hire more, or every existing employee will quit. So it becomes a little bit of a like chicken and egg type of
what is it, catch-22 or like rope-de-roo
doomsday scenario. Eventually you have to just, you know, buckle up and pay more. Otherwise, you're not going to get.
For a second, I had a deja vu. Yeah, thanks for the resub. Right now, we're currently reacting to your reacting video because we finished translating and critiquing on our side. Then I think it was Burning. Burning told us that you just uploaded your video. So now we're just watching your video and then commenting on it and laughing at the fact that you missed commenting at whatchamacallit. Commenting at, you missed the blonde girl. Why weren't you reacting to the blonde girl, Khad? What on earth, brother? You see all these figures and you missed the blonde girl that gave her the coffee. The coffee shop girl, yes, you missed her. Like, you had no comment for her. I was just like, brother. But yeah, currently we're almost done. We're almost done with the VOD. Yeah, you were talking about Programmer Sans. And then you were making some other points right now. Oh yeah, you got any questions so far?
Also, spinning
For
everything
you, Khad?
I mean, maybe.
So we can
I
answer
do
it.
find it really interesting that, like, throughout the entire video, there is, like, nothing here that is anything other than FGO. We hear all.
Well, in technicality, yes, why can't people say go hire more people? I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, they pulled the classic Facebook meta shit, right? From DW to Lasangle. Soccer War was that bad. It just means Soccer Wars was just that bad. I think the reputation stink is just so bad at this very moment, plus the less money income like you stated. And on top of that, I think with interviews that people are hearing and other programmers that used to work there fucking spreading this rumor, right? MDA, but, you know, spreading a rumor that's saying, yeah, psst, you fucking go for Lasangle, you ain't coming back with your 2 legs or your 2 eyes. What do you think they were hoping to achieve to make this video? Oh, that's simple, Stretch. It's, and Khad probably said it before, like, it's to recruit more people, right? This video is I wouldn't say it's cry for help, but it's the, hey, look at our offices. If you work, you'll get these cool perks. You'll have the empty fucking office all by yourselves. 90% of, you know, people decided to go remote work. But if you're that 1%, you know, 1% or 0.1%, you get to have that, you know, all empty office by yourself. It's look how amazing to work here it is. It is, and it really was. It's, some of the things were cool. But yeah, I made a video that critique on it as well. And then, like I said, we're currently watching your video and commenting on it.
No, that's not true. Actually, they did have the one moment where you got to see, you know, again,
during the middle of the stream, so I see how it looked like. I got it.
Grand order. Okay, just these 2 and this one. These ones over here are not. So I have no idea what the heck they are. And then you also got to see the dude playing Melty Blood. You know, admittedly, this dude is like the king of Melty Blood players because he's not playing in some shitty stall in a public bathroom. So in that regard,
that's low blow.
He's doing
I ain't gonna
pretty
lie.
good for
That's a
himself.
little low
He's
blow.
managed to find himself a comfy couch and actually managed to sneak into the developer studios to do it. I do find it quite interesting, though, and I assume he is not a tester because, remember, the actual producer of Melty Blood is French Bread. So he's probably just on his break playing is what's going on here. But it is interesting, to say the least.
I'm going to tell you straight up. He's not on his break. I'm pretty sure he was told to do this and said, look, stay there and play Melty Blood for like 30 minutes while we take this shot real quick.
At least. And
because you can tell because the quote unquote, I'm assuming he's moving Alcarid, and the opponent character only dodges and no, not even dodges, blocks every so often like a bot.
And yeah, there you go. You can see he actually.
And then yeah, he has his laptop hidden in there.
Upside down. But I assume he had it like on the desk, but they probably came in and were like, "Hey, we're recording. Just put it on the floor. They won't see it."
I agree with that. What up, Ghetto? I'm pretty sure he was playing on his laptop at the moment below him, and then they told him to put that shit away. It could definitely be the case.
Take a break from the bathroom for the video. He'll be back in there soon enough. Oh yeah, he's on his normal room break. Like you guys go to restrooms for your break.
Anything bad happened to FGO? Nothing bad happened to
FGO. He goes to
Why?
a normal room for his break. But yeah, I don't know, right? Like basically outside of the dude playing Melty Blood and the arcade machines, everything else here is FGO. Everything. Like it's kind of wild. So.
Well, that's their best money, right? That's their best cow. FGO is the squeeziest
they don't want you
thing.
to remember that.
He's
right?
playing Melty Blood? Yeah, he's playing Melty Blood. He's taking a break.
Remember the big Japanese gacha games have trouble recruiting because they don't use new technologies to make games, meaning staff don't get to use or learn modern skills and hone them. Yeah, I mean, I could see that, right? Like, and I've talked about the fact that that they use Unity. There's probably not a large pool of people in Japan that have Unity expertise.
And like on top of what he said, it's an old Unity. They recently moved it to a better engine, but I think the engine is still on like not even 2020 yet. I think they moved it to like 2015 or 2012 or some. Like, it's an older version of Unity, but it's not a modern version of Unity anymore. And then on top of this, the crappiest part is that they can't move to the latest Unity anymore because most likely what's going to happen is that the newest Unity update, it's going to cost them, a fuck ton of money because of what Unity's going to try to pull again.
Of those people, they have probably pissed off some. The other
雇えないというか、こんな仕事をやりたがるやつはいないよね。あんまりね。なんていうの？ユニティのコード？昔のコード的に、ユニティのバージョンも、なんていうの、衰えてるし、新しいバージョンじゃないから、プログラマーたちは、前に進まないで、後ろに進んでしまうわけよ。昔のコードを、学んだり、今使えないコードをまた、なんていうの、復習しないといけないし、それが多分ちょっと引っかかってると思うんだよね。だって FGO ってさ、Unity エンジン、エンジンの Unity を、旧式版だわけよ。まだ。新しく変えたとしても、まだ旧式版で、それのせいで、多分、問題発生中のが、データが、なんていうの、データがセーブできないっていうんじゃなくて、新しい新機能に持っていけなくなってきた。多分、だからイベントは、修復できなくなってると思う。まあ多分人が足りないというのが第一だと思うけど。
Others have probably heard the bad rep, and then the basically well, yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say, like, some of them may just be like former employees that have exited and won't work for them anymore, right?
I'm pretty sure
like the soccer awards people. So I wonder if like they don't have a huge pool to pull from anyway. So in that regard, though, if that's their problem, make FGO 2. I'm sorry, just do it, right? Like I don't want to make it sound like it's super easy, but like at that point, change what technology you're using, make something more robust, do that, and make the risk, because you're headed just down at this point. Like
bigger order. No, what Khad's saying is correct, and I sincerely agree with it. I genuinely think after, not even like low key, they should just shut down the game within like 2 years, right? At their 10th year, they should be like, listen, we're done with FGO, the mobile app, because now we're bringing FGO the grand crisis, right? Like it's essentially FGO 2. They'll just be like, listen up, better engine, better motive, highest technology, newer technology, allow you to have 2D live functionality, because that will allow the modern players, right, modern coders and people who is, you know, studying the new codes, don't fucking have to backpedal for old fucking codes and be like, yeah, everybody that played FGO, you guys are gonna get special incentives to an extent, but, you know, the slate is kind of wiped clean-ish, right? But the story still continues, right? The classic hyperplot reset button, low key, right? It's like the Honkai Star Rail, right? Because Genshin came out and Genshin's just shitting out things left and right, and then they're just like, all right, Honkai Star Rail, boom, right? You know, same shit, different. It's the same thing. They want your money through gacha, just wearing different lines clothing, right? If FGO does that shit, I don't think people of course is gonna be upset, right? People bitch and moan all the time. That's what we do. That's what internet does 24/7. They will bitch and moan and be like, I spent so much money on this game, I can't believe they're fucking ending it. But I genuinely think if they change it to FGO 2.0, I'm pretty sure their first option is gonna be like, okay, you guys can now buy, aka monetize costumes, right? We're gonna be selling costumes. We're gonna be selling limited servants, right? $100 and you can get the servant for free, or you can gacha them, right? Like you can give it a chance for an MP1. But if you pay like $100, you can already get a one copy of them already, right? Because funny thing enough, AFK Arena does this. AFK Arena, there's this champion pool called Dimensional Champions, where you can get them once in a fucking blue moon, right? Like every blue moon, they'll just be like, hey, if you have this character and bind it to the servant, if you bind it to this dimensional champion, you can trade that champion for this dimensional servant, blah, blah, blah. Or they just straight up says, hey, give us $100 and you'll have this servant. And don't worry about leveling him, because whatever your highest character is, you can bind it to that character and he'll, that character will be that high level character right off the bat. And then, yeah, end of the story. What? No, Ramal. I mean, I say end of story, right? Because FGO can come up with hyperplot convenience. It's easy. If they can't get anyone to work for them because there's not enough high quality of game engine, make it a high quality one. Even Arknight sort of has another game coming soon. Yeah, right? Like, Enfield going out to Genshin BTO like gameplay. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, right? Genshin BTOWs, that'd be pretty cool. I don't think they will be, but like able to walk around freely a little more, that'd be pretty nice. I found it funny that Honkai Star Rail now basically is more popular than Genshin Impact. Oh yeah, like Honkai Star Rail does something that Genshin Impact doesn't, because obviously everybody that was working on Genshin Impact hopped on the fucking Honkai Rail Star train, so all the resources and the functionalities and the people who are in now got the fuck out of Genshin because they got reallocated to the now, right? The new hype, the new meme. Until, you know, MiHoYo comes up with another fucking game and they'll just be like, all right, everybody from Honkai Star Rail, you know, all the people who are popping off, go into that game and promote that as much as you can. Genshin, what the fuck is that, KEGW? Do your best with shittier budgets. Honkai Star Rail, now you're essentially Genshin 2.0 KEGW. Good luck later. Right, that's what's gonna happen. I'll bitch and mode if they end FGO. Well, here's the thing. What if they end FGO, but they didn't, right? What if they ended FGO in a way where FGO 2, right, quote-unquote 2. I'm going to say 2 to say FGO upgraded, right? FGO upgraded is now possible, right? And when I say end, in technicality, FGO can never end, because that's why it's called Fate Grand Order. It's literally hyperplot convenience to be a never-ending story if you wanted to. But anyway, Genshin is too punishing for people to catch up. Well, at the same time now, right, Stress? People don't care about Genshin, and the company doesn't give two fucks about Genshin anymore as much as they used to, because Honkai Star Rail is the new hip and hype, the new look at this shiny thing that you want to get at this limited time, because if you get them now, you can catch up to the game. You can be the winner. You can booty blast, XYZ bosses no problem because of an OP champion gimmick. And then Genshin would be like, yeah, I guess, right? Like, we'll put some booties, we'll put some furries, we'll put some, fetish, niche characters in there. I think we could still grab, squeeze them for a couple thousand more books, and then I guess we'll, continue the story, right? That's kind of how Genshin has been for a while. Next game is called the Triple Z. What the fuck is a Triple Z? Oh, that ZZZ game. Oh, I didn't know it was by them. I gotcha. If there was an FGO2 with some cool servants like Arcade, I'd play it for sure. If they make FGO2, they need to go balls to the walls and make it worth. I agree, right? And then even Sada-san, right? A Japanese viewer even says they should make FGO2, and I agree. They would need to put FGO in arcade state of no new content and just reruns for a bit, and meanwhile FGO2 start. I agree. I sincerely agree with that, Ashreal. I think if they're going to start FGO2, they shouldn't shut down FGO yet, but allow newer players and players a little more lean, right? Like more lax, right? AKA more reruns left and right, no problem. So there will be no new content, but there's going to be reruns so you guys can obtain free servants, free rare prisms, more pure prisms, so you can play the game and enjoy yourself. And then what you should do is focus them harder on monetization FGO2, right? Like, that's why I'm saying, like, costumes. They should be costumes where you can get it purely on events, or if you miss that event, you can just straight up buy it from the shop. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, if I miss a Grail concert event on my Tamamo cat, right? My skateboarder Tamamo cat, and they said, hey, pay me $15 and you get to have this cool fucking Tamamo cat costume, I'll be like, that sounds like a deal, right? Because you know what you're fucking getting into. You're just getting a costume for money, right? It's just cosmetics. It's the same thing as buying a store mount, right? Same concept, same shit. Genshin is basically running itself, isn't it? Technically, yeah. With new FGO, they can give new servants MP animation updates that they've been neglecting. Yeah, 100%, right? And then slap them to a higher tier, or, put them into a rarity that, requires some more FPs or, gotcha X, Y, and Z. Look at that Darius Elephant. The shit on everybody's mind with this. Can I transfer my stuff to the new game? And I'm telling you the answer is no. Yep, I agree with Khad there, right? I genuinely think best case scenario, you'll probably get like a exclusive title or an emblem or a badge or a craft essence or a maybe like a free roll or two, right? To just be like, thanks for supporting the first game. Here's some exclusive activity if you bind or show proof that you have a fucking account. But at the same time, it's trying to show and give proof to an old account takes 5 million years to integrate into a new game. So they'll probably just be like, yeah, you're gonna get fucked. So you're not gonna get like a free shit. You probably be like, oh, you have this app downloaded. Because you have this app downloaded, you get to have a title that says, that says boom, like, the primordial player or AKA OG player, X, Y, and Z. That's it. Yeah, at this point, a lot of people are way too invested in their accounts. I would definitely play FGO2, but I won't touch FGO anymore. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think that's fine. I mean, listen, Swiper, that's the current state of FGO already, right? Where people aren't touching FGO except for Nat AP, right? Or Storm Pod. That's it. Like, this is the state that we're already in FGO. Where me, Khad, couple other veteran players, we just log in, stream it, do the nodes, do the story, talk about it, analyze servants, talk about the future shenanigans that's coming, get hyped for the servants, talk about servants analysis, how it might impact the story, how they might get played later down the story. But other than that, did you just hear me that I would like play the game? Right? We don't play the game anymore. If you've noticed, right? I've been staring at this screen. Khad's been staring at this fucking lady's chest because where I paused it in a most kick W position, um, where we're just talking about things that are FGO related more than the actual game itself. でもフェイトのゲームはどれも重ないやつばっかだから一回押して叩き直してほしい。なんていうのそれがサムライレメントなんですよ、サラダさん。サムライレメントが、ようやく、なんていうのこのフェイトゲーム遊んだ方がいい。絶対お前楽しめるからって言えるゲームだわけよ。And like I said, one of the things that I keep telling people is that Fate Samurai Remnant is one of the few games you can straight up tell plebs and some random peeps and be like, play Samurai Remnant. You want to join into FGO, you want to join into Fate series, you want to know about Type Moon, play Samurai Remnant. You like cutting shit apart, you like Muso games, do you like a little challenge? It's got both English, it's got both Japanese, it's got FGO lore, it's got Fate lore, and you'll learn about the gist of it. You'll learn a portion of the Nasu world, which is perfect. They can give 1 or 2 tickets for a 4-star again. I mean, I don't think it's gonna help again, right? Better account binding system will be good. I agree. The new FGO game should definitely have a better binding account system because current one is ash trash butt cheeks, right? Which sort of gameplay should they have? Oh, I don't care, right? FGO2 can have whatever the fuck it wants. It can go for Nikkei, right? Very simple, simplistic shenanigans, or not the gameplay of Nikkei, but the like HUD of like you go places, you build constructs, blah blah blah. Side stories available if you do certain things and whatnot. Events pop up, you can go jump in there real quick and all that jazz. Gameplay wise, I think it should be like, I don't know. That is a good question for gameplay wise because you want a better version of the current one, right? Which begs the question, do you want to get out of that genre, right? Where you just kind of click buttons and whatnot. So do you want more like an arcade sequence where you press 3 buttons and, you might not do the same shit, but you'll be able to use some abilities per seconds, blah, blah, blah. And you'll have maybe like a Genshin Impact, like you'll maybe have those, like where you press an ability for XYZ second, you'll get buffed up because of it and whatnot. FGO still apparently fine, but pacing itself is the issue. I agree with that. But because of that, I think they should just go to a different game. Because FGO, if you don't like reading, you're not going to get into FGO. That is just a cold, hard truth. Unless you like waifus and you don't give 2 fucks about the story and just keep clicking skip button all day fucking long and not know what the fuck is going on, in order to enjoy FGO fully, you have to read. And I ain't gonna lie to you, kids these days don't fucking read. They can't read. I understand. That's my superpower. So, I like the gameplay. I mean, sure, gameplay of just single, rock, paper, scissors of red, red, green, blue, and I click buttons, shit explodes sometimes, right? That only works if you know what the fuck you're doing. The gameplay is simple, but they can improve upon it. Mechanics is very difficult because it's so simply complex, right? And then you know more about that because calculations, refunds, damage, da 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 da. But Oh man, as soon as I get back, I get 8 ads. It is what it is. That's why you have to hit that subscribe button or use your Prime so you can ignore ads all to your heart's content, baby. It is what it is because Twitch is a bitch and they won't stop hitting you with ads. And everybody that's on YouTube, make sure you type in twitch.tv/Troubs so you can chat with me in chat because unfortunately I can't see YouTube chat because I'm a papaya. And I still haven't figured out how to get chat working properly. A lot of people told me that the last grill front was difficult, and I shat on it. Well, yeah, because you're a whale, right? At the same time, I don't know what you used during that grill front, but if your account wasn't up to, it was definitely a account issue where if you actually don't know the game and if you actually don't have a good game plan, right, like war strategy, you had a easier time getting shit on. But I wouldn't say it was the hardest, but at the same time it was one of the more peculiar ones to have. Could have soloed it. I mean, there's always YouTube videos of where you can beat it in the low star. That's always been a thing, so I can understand it. You could have soloed and whatnot. But at the same time, you could have soloed it because you have that knowledge, right? The gameplay knowledge and the strategic factors and the command codes that you have collected over the years that allows you to either heal damage or, remove buff, etc., etc. I wouldn't recommend FGO for its gameplay. That's all I'm saying. The Honkai Star Rail showed a turn-based is great. People is turned down by PNGs. I don't know about the PNGs. I think it's just a lack of fucking animation updates. Because in technicality, Honkai Star Rail does show PNGs. With Khad going around, I don't know why people are saying Buddy's still not good. If Khad did a, what the hell's that? I don't know what that is. All he needs is a solo level 1 and Ku and Guts CE. You don't even need that. I don't know if you can solo low level in this Grail front. I think somebody's trying it. But the Grail front besides this one, prior to it all, you can officially get to... you can officially kill the Masters with just one servant. Because you can manipulate a bot in certain ways by making certain moves that just kind of like spaghetti codes the AI and kill the Master right away. I love somebody solo this one with a Beast Umu. But that's not surprising either. Well, yeah, because Beast Umu Loki has sustain, damage, and, healing. She has healing factors, so I can see her soloing it all. It's not that hard, right? Like, if you give me time with my 120 daughter, right, or 120 Say, or Berserker Say, I probably would be able to pull that shit up, but it just takes time and effort. It's not a... None of the Grail fronts are difficult, but it is definitely difficult if you don't know what the hell you're doing.
The game is...
Let's finish the video
real
quick.
Hiring new people, so something's got to give. They have to change somehow, or they cannot expect to keep doing the same thing and for it to keep working. It won't. We already kind of see that. So I hope at that point it's like, make this your last gasp for hiring new people, and if this doesn't work, you need to start developing the next product. Sorry, it is what it is.
I agree with that, 100%, for sure.
How much of the FGO player base do you think would migrate to FGO2 versus how many would quit? That's a good question. I think, if you're looking at it only from that perspective, right? yeah, you would have some people that would not play, but you would also get new people and you would get people returning. Like that is to say, people that have quit FGO might come back for an FGO 2 if there was.
I think I agree. And in the long run, I think by creating FGO2, you'll gain more people than you will lose people. Why? Because it's a new game, right? So it's hype. So newer player has an eye for it, right? So newer player will have it on their radar. B, returning FGOs and former Fate lovers and whatnot and be like, oh, FGO made a new game. I guess I could check it out, see if they improved it to my liking or not. So you'll have a returnee coming back to try out the game, right? That itself is already a net positive, right? And then people, I can almost guarantee you, like, 60% will be like, oh, fuck yeah, it's a new FGO. Low-key kind of shame that the new the old FGO gonna be bye-bye, but it is what it is, right? And I think 60% of people will just accept it, right? They ain't bitches, okay? People that's playing the gacha should fucking know. If you're throwing money into a gacha game and you're regretting it, stop fucking doing it, okay? The moment you buy Saint Quartz, the moment you buy gacha currency, understand that money ain't fucking coming back, no matter how much you bitch and moan, okay? You have decided to throw that shit down the drain for your own entertainment. You are paying for entertainment by accepting gambling, okay? So, you click on it, you've agreed that you're throwing that shit down the shitter, right? And then of course there's gonna be people who's gonna be quitting because they're gonna bitch and moan, but it is what it is, right? They're just rotten apples. You just cast that bitch aside, and then when famous streamer starts playing or a popular streamer starts playing, they're gonna be like, oh, I guess I can give it a try because I'm a bitch and a simp that I should, maybe I got a parasocial relationship with this person, probably, maybe not, and maybe I can be their friends list. And maybe they can support me, or maybe I can flex my account by adding more money, and they might notice me, senpai, right? This is the same shit, right? People who leave will always come back. There's always going to be parasocial papagas. And I think genuinely this would also allow VTubers to slide in more smoothly, unlike the current FGO. Everyone definitely wants to be the day one player of a new game for sure these days. Exactly, right? So like imagine if FGO gets a new game and just be like, hey, we got a new FGO coming up. I hope you guys are prepared, and be like, oh, FGO, it's popular. Shit's popping off in Japan. Big titties, blonde girls, red hairs. Other manga-esque fucking features that could possibly go wrong. But they're fucking weird, so they'll just be like, oh, let's go. I'm gonna be a day one player. I'm gonna stream this in the content so the whole wide world will know that I was first. You make fun of that first content, Keck W's, but it's actually a disease, right? Like, people wants to be the very first person. People want the first edition. People want to be the very best no one ever wants. They want to be that first in that YouTube comment that's popular. PC and console games get multiple parts. Mobile games could try it out. Yeah, it's true. It's a possibility. People complain FGO when it'll end, but it'll give it a month or two and nobody will care about anymore and play the new game. I think that might actually be an accurate case swiper, right? If FGO just ends today, right, everybody's going to be like, oh my god, it's an unfinished story. Laseng will be tripping. 3 months later, they'll just be like, it is what it is. That guy 100% was playing Spider-Man 2 before.
Different mechanics, true. A more robust type of system or something like that. And I don't want to make you guys think FGO 2 is happening or anything, but like
I want to make it FGO 2.
I do think they could do better, if you will, right? Would I play FGO 2? Yeah, probably. I love FGO, so it would depend how a second game would work, though, right? Like, I would certainly try it out. Whether or not I was as addicted to it as I am FGO, that would remain to be seen. Oh, chat, holy crap. You guys should go watch this person. They're amazing.
Oh, the fucking video shenanigans blocked out the YouTube Khad shenanigans.
All right, chat. Let's do the
so
little single tour.
this is the video for those of you guys who are interested. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction content. And if you enjoyed it, make sure you comment on it and talk about it. And, you know, anything helps. Hit that like button and subscribe. And remember, I always stream on twitch.tv/2lovetrouble. And I'm always have the VODs live on YouTube /2lovetrouble dark. Unfortunately, I can't get that name yet, so I need you guys to help me get 1,000 subs. And once I get 1,000 subs on YouTube, I'll be officially able to claim myself as 2lovetrouble dark. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. And hopefully you enjoyed our analysis and the reaction to Khad's VODs. Peace.